Welcome to the Paisley 2021 Stadium. It's crunch time for Scotland as they face Switzerland in their final elite round match as they attempt to qualify for the UEFA European Under-17 Championships in Croatia in May. It's match day 3 and it's crucial, as we say. Scotland in the commanding position. Their results so far in this competition saw them run out convincing 6-1 winners against Montenegro on Friday night. Serbia defeating Switzerland, but then on Sunday Scotland made it 6 points from 6. Glenn Middleton scoring the decisive goal here again at Paisley, but Switzerland's 3-1 win over Montenegro makes things interesting in the table for all sides concerned. So Scotland, Serbia and Switzerland can all qualify today. It's simple for Scotland. A win or a draw will send them through. There are other permutations. We'll worry about them as we go along. Don't worry though, Aidan Nesbitt is sat here with his calculator, ready to work it all out. Is that right, Aidan?
I mean, there's very many ways it can go. However, if we get a win or a draw, the Scottish boys are through. I
love the look of panic on your face there, and I think going to get you working it out during this game. But it's very simple. A win or a draw will be enough for Scotland. Now, we know Scot Gemmill has been maybe thinking about what the permutations may be as well. As a player in this scenario, Aidan, is pressure on, knowing that it's all in your own hands?
Yeah, especially when it's in your own hands. There's a lot in your mind. You start getting nervous before the game, but if the boys go out and play their usual game, if they attack the way they can, they defend, they keep a clean sheet, then they know they'll go through.
And it's an exciting Scotland under-17 team. We've been talking about this before, and that front three of Glenn Middleton, Jack Aitchison and Zach Rudden, plenty talent in that team. We'll get to them shortly as the two teams come out here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. Switzerland against Scotland. It's all in Scotland's hands here as they look to make it to their 4th successive Under-17 Championship finals. It's only 2 months away as well. Big tournament in store for Scot Gemmill's men if they can get the win or the draw today. We'll break now for the national anthems of Switzerland and Scotland.
And now the national anthems of both countries, starting with Switzerland. And now the national anthem of Scotland.
So it's Switzerland against Scotland in the final match day of the elite round qualifying for the UEFA Under-17 European Championships. For Scotland, a win or a draw will guarantee their place in Croatia in May. There are other permutations should they get a loss today. We'll worry about them if that needs to happen. The other game in this group is ongoing at exactly the same time along at Capello, Montenegro against Serbia. We'll keep you updated on the scores from there. Now, Aidan Nesbitt joins me, a veteran of under-17s championships past. Now, put you on the spot. You're the manager. How's the first 10 minutes going to shape for Scotland? Attack?
I would say attack first 10 minutes, yeah. Really don't take any risks in the first 10. Watch your square passes, try get the ball forward and play in their half and take the game to Switzerland today.
You've worked with Scot Gemmill, he's getting the players in a huddle over on the far side there. What will the kind of final words he'll be passing on? Just concentrate on getting the win?
Concentrate, make sure you concentrate, especially things like set pieces, don't concede any goals early doors, and as I said, try and take the game to Switzerland as much as they can.
Well, it's the one change for Scotland from their 1-0 win over Serbia on Sunday. Seb Ross comes back into the team having played in the 6-1 win over Montenegro. Elliot Watt, who was suspended for that first game, drops out in midfield at his expense. But it's the front three, Aidan, we're always talking about with this under-17s team. Glenn Middleton, Jack Aitchison and Zach Rudden, they're going to make the difference here today.
Yeah, they're exciting players, very fast, very strong, technically good going forward, and looking forward to watching them play again today.
Jack Aitchison had a quiet day on Sunday, it's fair to say. Is he the kind of character that, you know, that he'll be down the dumps about that and looking to be fired up for a game like this?
Yeah, these are the exact games Jack wants to play in, these are the games he shines in, so I would imagine more of the same of that today. As you said, it was a quiet day for him on Sunday, but I'm sure today it will make a difference.
Well, it's a brisk day here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. If you hear some teeth clattering in the background during this, that'll be Aidan, probably. I struggle to stay warm. We get to get kick-off here at the Paisley 2021. Switzerland against Scotland, win or draw for Scotland, and they're through to the finals proper. Jack Aitchison to get us underway as the referee makes his final checks. One change for Scotland today, Elliot Watt dropping off and Aberdeen's Seb Ross coming into the team in the middle of the park. There's quite a wind blowing through as well here today. It'll be interesting to see it cross balls, how that works for the two goalkeepers, Josip Pukac for Switzerland and Josh Donaldson, the Dundee United goalkeeper, between the sticks for Scotland. The other game going on along at Capello, Serbia against Montenegro, having a big impact on what lies in store qualification-wise for Scotland. As we're underway, instantly trying to find Glenn Middleton, and it's all about those long diagonal balls to either Rudden, Middleton or Aitchison up front. We've seen from Middleton already 3 goals in this elite round. He's got the pace. You don't want to be a defender up against him, do you?
No, certainly with the ball at his feet running at you with the power and the pace he's got, certainly not somebody we'd look forward to playing against.
Well, there's been some real standout performances in this team so far in the elite round. Daniel Church, the left back, 3 assists in that 6-1 win over Montenegro. Jordan Houston now on the ball for Rangers. Long to his club teammate Zach Rudden. Seeing that ball holds up in the wind, and certainly an interesting one as Scotland win a free kick. They take it quick. Dees now looks long to Rudden. Likes to take it down. And it's a Scotland free kick, minute gone here. An early chance to get the ball into the box. Plenty aerial presence in this Scotland team. Rudden himself, Dees and Welsh both going up for this. Maybe the left boot of Kerr McInroy or the right boot of Seb Ross to swing it in. McInroy it is. It's all the way through. Time for Church to pick his spot. And on by Welsh. A chance for Switzerland perhaps to... No. And Middleton, now this is what he's capable of. Gets into his stride. I mean, Aidan, I think we're going to be talking about Glenn Middleton all game, because I mean he's just such an exciting prospect. Plenty of games for Norwich under 23s this season. 3 goals already in this elite round. Someone you want on your team.
Yes,
against you.
You see there, first couple of minutes, gets the ball, picks up a loose ball and drives straight at his man, looks to get a cross in.
Real interesting talent Looks to win it back here. It's fall for Johnny Mitchell. Slack pass. Switzerland get the chance to regroup. 2 minutes gone. 0-0 across the board in these final elite round games in Group 4. Scotland with the 100% record across all 5 qualifying games. Their qualifying round saw them score 8 and not concede. They also got a win over the reigning champions Portugal. 7 goals scored and 1 conceded in this campaign so far. On the Swiss side, were 1-0 up against Serbia in matchday 1 and lost 2 late goals, and then the ball's clear. The reaction to being 1 goal down in stoppage time against Montenegro on Sunday was to score 3 goals in stoppage time in the second half. It puts them in a position. Switzerland look to come forward. Suler's ball easily cut out by Johnny Mitchell.
Yeah, it's a couple of times already. Johnny Mitchell's picked up good positions and cut out a few of their passes forward.
Switzerland just look to get their foot on the ball here. It's all been Scotland so far. Welsh with the commanding header over Ruben Del Campo, who scored 2 of those stoppage time goals in Switzerland's last encounter. And it's a throw for Switzerland. Alexis Antunes, the Servette player, winning the throw. You don't fancy a long ball into the box here with a swirling wind around the stadium here in Paisley. Looking to build from the back, Toka Membo now. Across him with Josh Donaldson, easily gathers there from Jankowski. That might settle a few nerves.
Yeah, definitely. A catch like that in the first 5 minutes of the game, really good. Although wasn't under a lot of pressure, but as you said, with the swirling wind, things can be more difficult than what they look.
Aitchison looking for a touch, but I think he was fouled, but play will continue. Church into Middleton. Dees looks long, just too high for Ross. Aitchison looks to turn. McEnroy will pick up the scraps. Lovely touch by Ruben Del Campo as Switzerland look to break here. He's got Antunes on the ball now. Amzi breaks through.
Really good counter attack there for Switzerland. Great touch from the centre forward.
Yeah, and it didn't look like the cleanest of strikes, but Donaldson looked a little bit troubled trying to get down. Was it just bobbled past the post? But yeah, I mean, fine touch from Ruben Del Campo to break through there. A little bit of a warning sign for Scotland. 5 minutes gone here. 40-minute halves, under 17s level. Plenty of goals in stoppage time in this elite round so far. Well, looks long for Aitchison. That's a decent touch. A call for a pass back, perhaps. Referee waves play on.
We've already seen one indirect free kick given this tournament, so wouldn't be surprised to see it again.
You're right, Josh Donaldson, the Scotland keeper in the last game, adjudged to not have released the ball from his hands in time. Don't see that very often. Suler now. Membo looks wide. A little bobble off the pitch. Switzerland looking composed. The final ball again just sails past, but when they get the ball in wide positions, Aidan, they're tidy on the ball and they look to pick their spot.
Yeah, the wingers look technically very good. Same with the centre forward there, Ruben Del Campo. So there's a lot of pressure going to be put on the back four for Scotland by the looks of things.
Well, the hallmark of this Scotland team, as we've said before in this competition so far, is to be under the cosh perhaps for reasonable spells of the game and then just be deadly on the counter-attack with the pace and height and power of the three forwards. Don't be surprised to see a Scotland goal come out of nowhere. But it's Switzerland on the ball just now. They look to, it's a quick ball, work the ball to the wingers as quickly as possible. Now just patiently looking for the run. As if he'll move it on to Kronig, and he'll look to pick someone with a long pass. And we can only find Jordan Houston. The throw-in goes to Scotland, but I tell you what, Switzerland seem plenty of the ball, and the Scottish defenders find it difficult to get kind of touch tight and put the pressure on, especially from the forwards. What we've seen the first two games is a lot more pressure from Scotland's forwards.
Yeah, it looks like Switzerland are very happy to take the ball. They're technically good, so they're wanting to find the right time. But Scotland just need to concentrate and don't give them too much space to get at them.
As you say that, Marchand works it back, and Church versus Jankowski. And just bobbles behind for a goal kick. We're really just looking to see the service to Scotland's forwards here. It's not been happening so far. They certainly put a lot of bodies on Jack Aitchison, it looks like, as well, when they try and play the ball along to him. They know he's the danger man. Donaldson's ball. Switzerland certainly see more of it, and this boy, Ruben Del Campo, certainly seems technically gifted as he breaks through. Lovely little layoff to Suller. Well, that's brilliant from Jordan Houston, because that was a real dangerous situation Switzerland had worked their way into there. Del Campo, the man at the heart of it again.
Yeah, it was. I don't think Scot Gemmill would be too happy with the defending for the shy. I feel as if Del Campo possibly got out of maybe there was 4 bodies there a wee bit too easily.
Switzerland winning the goal kick again, but second ball Scotland. Church down the line to Aitchison now. Just looks to play it through the legs. Suller wins the throw off Kerr McEnroy. Well, as it stands, Scotland in the box seat to qualify for the European Championships proper in May. A win or a draw will do it. It's 0-0 in the other game so far at Capello, Montenegro against Serbia. As it stands then, 0-0 with 11 minutes gone, Scotland will go through. Switzerland look for the swift counter. Amzi up against Houston. Wow, had his pocket pinched there.
Good tackle from Houston to stop the counter attack.
Switzerland happy to just bide their time. They've got 4 players very high up the park. Fullbacks pinned to the touchlines. It's the left back. They looked for him, but easy away by Houston. Scotland just need to get their foot on the ball now. The referee pulls it back. McEnroy looked to break, but she couldn't get it under control. Just brought back for the Scotland free kick. Anytime Scotland get the ball in the middle of the park, they're the Swiss right on top of them. They're not happy to try and let them play it out.
Yeah, the Swiss are playing very high pressure. In this area, you can see that the Swiss centre forwards are allowing the Scotland defenders to keep the ball and probably try and press them as soon as they get into a forward area.
So just like to try and engineer something at pace, but it's another chance for a Swiss counter. Del Campo plays it into Suller, and Túnez gets the turn. Cut out by Dees and cleared by McEnroy. And Switzerland just picking up every second ball at the moment. Scotland just having to keep a defensive shape. Conditions have certainly calmed down slightly. It's cold, but the wind's not playing too much of a factor as the flag's up on the far side against Del Campo. The young boys of Bern striker. 2 goals against Montenegro in the last group match. Just a chance now for Scotland to try and get a bit of composure. I mean, Scot Gemmill, I don't think I'll be too happy with the lack of ball retention at the moment and the lack of chance creation.
Yeah, I would like to see Scotland try to keep the ball a bit more. Of course, that is the first 15 minutes. The players will be nervous. They're wanting to play the game in their half, but it looks as if Switzerland are winning most first and second balls. So maybe try and play the ball on the ground, see how that goes for us now.
It's the Swiss who'll be allowed to build. Sufi looks long. Houston can't get that under control. Jankowski just trying to engineer the chance. Plays it wide to Suller. Suller will get the shot away, but
good block from Church.
Yeah, followed them all the way. Here they come again. Yannick Marchand. Options right and left. Just take their time.
Yannick Marchand looking to drop in between his centre backs. He thinks he can dictate the speed of the play.
Bussett's cross bounces dangerously in front of Donaldson, but easily gathered. And he'll look long again, but, well, he's just going to get that back. With some change on it, and he's failed to bring it under control, and Del Campo's tied him in knots, and well cleared by Dees on the line. The second effort by Toka Mimbo. But Josh Donaldson, I mean, it stemmed from the long kick, which was unfortunately to no one. A little shove in the back, but
yeah, it was just a mix-up there between the goalkeeper and Robbie Dees, but he ends up getting himself back into a good position to clear the ball.
Yeah, real redeeming himself there, Robbie Dees. Josh Donaldson, so the instructions might be to look for the wings with the kick. Last one straight to a Swiss player on the halfway line.
It's a let-off for Scotland, but they just need to get their heads back on, keep concentrating.
Del Campo's such a handful, dropping from the striker's position, and Suter will look to just get the better of McEnroy. He's holding him up well. Yeah, and no, right decision there. Scotland throw. Nowhere to go for Suter, nowhere to go for McEnroy. 0-0 with 17 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0 along at Capello as well, to Montenegro and Serbia. Scotland in the box seat in this elite round. Third match, 100% record so far. Long from Dees, headed back. ball's bouncing around a lot in the area without any Scotland player really to get any purchase on it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard with the wind for them to be able to judge it with the long balls. Scotland seem to be struggling to get out a bit and play the ball.
So try and get the ball into feet, perhaps a bit more. Aitchison will look to do that. Now he's fouled. Ulysses Sufi, he fell for that one.
Yeah, clever feat just in the corner, nowhere to go, gets a touch, goes down, wins a good free kick in a great area for Scotland.
Yeah, good position again for Scotland. A similar position just a couple of seconds into the game over on the right hand side. Seb Ross prepares the right foot delivery. Kerr McInroy over again for the left. Token Membao takes heat from the referee. Seb Ross will look to deliver this in. Plenty aerial and physical presence in the box for Scotland. Ross swings it in. Rudden was there, caused the goalkeeper problems. First real chance for Scotland.
Yeah, as you've seen, the keeper didn't look too comfortable with the cross. Zach Rudden puts him under a lot of pressure. It's a bit of confidence for Scotland, especially for set pieces. Get it on top of the goalkeeper, and they might struggle with it, especially in this wind, as you said.
Rudden already profiting from putting a goalkeeper not at ease with his physical presence in the air, scoring a header in the 6-1 win over Montenegro. The wind's just going to hold that one up nicely, but Rudden couldn't get it under control as Switzerland will look to break again. And Rudden has just gone in late. He's an enthusiastic player, Zach Rudden, I think that's fair to say. As the wind howls through the stands here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. You enjoy being out on a pitch in Scottish weather, Aidan, especially a fine day like this?
Well, I mean, I'm sure all the Scotland players are used to it by now. I certainly am. You actually say before it when you're playing international teams, they'll not be used to this.
I suppose that's the point. Well, Switzerland free kick with Suter will play it long on top of the goalkeeper. Oh, easy for Josh Donaldson now. Can Scotland engineer a counter? He decided to just take his time, hopefully not too long. And he was punished in the last game for holding on to the ball.
See a ball in the air, the wind holding it right up. Zach Rudden done really well to get the ball down. That's good for Scotland, getting out the other side there.
Church beats the first man. Looks to just get position for the cross. Finds the front post. Oh, and a shout for handball is a penalty to Scotland. Well, I think that came off the hand of Ulysses Sufi. He's not happy. Run a Yannick Marchand, but well, we'll see this again. But certainly seemed a contentious call. Good play from Church in the first place. Well,
yeah, his hand was in an unnatural position anyway, so
bit of a debate over whether it came off the chest and then bounced onto the arm, but the arm was outstretched. It's been given. Scotland now with the chance to go one up again and have the table stand at this point with 3 wins from 3. Is Glenn Middleton. 3 goals already in this competition. No penalties so far for Scotland. Where's he sticking it?
in the net. Yeah.
Goal for Scotland, and Glenn Middleton scores from the spot. His 4th goal in this elite round, and well, I think Aidan Nisbet, that's going to settle a few nerves because Switzerland's certainly the better of the team so far.
Yeah, definitely, as you said. Switzerland have had most of the shots, most of the ball, but Scotland have the all-important goal, and I'm sure that will settle a few nerves.
Finish was almost straight down the middle. That's a player who's playing with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, very, very confident player. And for the penalty incident, it was the first time really Scotland got the ball down, played it from one side to another, and Daniel Church done really, really well, running round the outside to get a ball in the box.
Yeah, Fantastic play from Church. He's shown us already in this competition what he's capable of with these deliveries from the left-hand side. Switzerland not happy at the penalty award that was given, but there you are. Scotland 1-up against the Swiss and on course to book their place in the European Championship finals. Instant response perhaps from Switzerland, is that what we would expect next?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I'd imagine they'll be right up on it, looking to try and get a goal back early, especially before the break.
Scotland top group 4 with 9 points as things stand. Swiss certainly showing they're capable, but as we said, Scotland goals can come at the most unexpected times. What will Scot Gemmill's message be here then, Aidan? Is it just stick to the game plan, sit in at this stage, try and get a second goal?
Yeah, I would say right now stick to the game plan. The next 5 minutes, don't concede anything, don't do anything sloppy, make sure everything's played in their half. Because I mean the thing you really don't want is to concede a goal at this stage, especially after just scoring.
Yeah, keeping the ball in the Swiss half would certainly be a turnaround for Scotland in this game. Certainly Swiss seeing plenty of it. But a confidence boost for Scotland as they lead 1-0 against Switzerland here in Paisley. Glenn Middleton, the Norwich player, having experience in this team that even goes beyond what Jack Aitchison has provided with his games for Celtic. 32 games for Norwich City's under-23 side, come up against plenty capable players down south, showing what he's capable of. If you'll bring that back as McInroy was fouled. Do you see a lot of kind of comparisons in this team to the under-17s team you were in that reached the semi-finals in Holland? Would you have had a Glenn Middleton in that team? Would he have got in?
Probably. I mean, as you see, he scored I think 4 goals already in the qualifiers. But definitely, I mean, when we went to the final of the Euros, a lot of our play was contain and counter-attack, which seems very similar to this team.
I wasn't trying to do you out of the team there. As Scotland have the throw on the far side, Daniel Church provided the cross which led to the penalty. Del Campo up against Welsh, but commanding header. Well, McInroy judged to have a foul on Tunis. Suter now brings it forward. Del Campo's got the touch, looks to work it onto his left boot. The shot from Alexis Antunes, easily gathered by Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, another weak effort from Switzerland, but they are getting themselves into areas to get shots away, which is slightly worrying for the Scots.
Ross gambled and then backed out there, but McInroy out. And Zabon is played long forward. Aitchison just trying to use his body and just have committed a foul. 26 minutes gone, 14 minutes left in this half. Scotland lead. Glenn Middleton's penalty after 22 minutes is the difference. And the other group game, which as it stands isn't having a bearing on things here, is Montenegro against Serbia at Capello. It's 0-0. That's a live table stand. Scotland, the runaway Group 4 leaders, with 9 points. This is Rudden, looks to benefit from the slip, but Switzerland again working the wide areas. Welsh just cuts it out before Del Campo can get there. And it's a chance for the break. Aitchison just needs support. Seb Ross surging through. Glenn Middleton going towards the ball. Lovely inside to McInroy. You'll find Church now. Scotland with a chance. Bodies surging into the box. Well, he tried to just make that hold up in the air there, didn't he?
Yeah, but really good hold up play for Jack Aitchison. He needed to wait a long time for support, but he done well to keep hold of the ball and he get a switch out the other side of the park.
Yeah, real hallmark of Jack Aitchison's game. With Switzerland straight up the other end as Anzi keeps his feet. Finds Membo. Marchand just deceives Glenn Middleton. Church's header not fully away. There's a chance for them to come again. So a team like Switzerland's working you side to side here. It's about just keeping that shape, especially in the central areas, Aidan.
Yeah, you just need to really concentrate, know where your players are, and a lot of communications needed to make sure everyone's exactly where they need to be, not let there get any gaps to play through.
Switzerland find one in the inside line. And Rudden's beaten, and Túnez the ball wide now. Cross to the front post. Again, Josh Donaldson. That's just easy pickings.
Yeah, it's another easy take for him. He'll be happy to take them all day long.
Something perfectly capable in the air, Josh Donaldson. Describes it as one of the hallmarks of his game. Confident and assured in those sort of situations. Switzerland throw. Rudden in the mix again. Certainly perhaps one of the tightest games we've seen from Scotland so far. Scotland now look to counter, but that ball is just going to hold up in the air. Simpson go long. Dees in no mood to mess around. Ten minutes to go in this first half. Scotland 1, Switzerland 0. But again, the Swiss seen plenty of the ball in Scotland's defensive third. The chances they've worked so far haven't come to much, but the danger's certainly there.
Yeah, you would just like to see when Scotland do pick up the ball from a Switzerland attack, maybe try to keep it a bit better.
The temptation is to look for Aitchison, Middleton or Rudden instantly. It is effective. Nicholas Suter will put another ball into the box. Josh Donaldson's coped with these so far. Goes to the front post. Again. Like the Swiss protests. Scotland will bring it away. Church loses out to Marchand. McInroy.
Brilliant covering tackle from McInroy.
Well, Marchand's down at the moment. I think the referee's going to stop play. The ball's also kicked out for a throw to Scotland. And Yannick Marchand, the bow player captain of this team, will receive treatment. Well, how would you assess Scotland's 32 minutes so far, Aidan? It's been a little bit of a cagey affair.
Yeah, it's been very cagey. They've not really kept possession that well, but on a couple of occasions they have got the ball up to Jack Aitchison, got it switched out. They've done really well to win the penalty. Puts the penalty away, and I'm sure the nerves won't be as high as what they were when they came out to play.
Certainly seems a very technically astute Switzerland team. Lost their opening game to Serbia for going into the 80th and final minutes against Montenegro. In their last game, 1-0 down, and somehow coming away with a 3-1 win. They're dangerous across the piece. Scotland will just return this ball to the Swiss after the injury to their captain. And again, well, broken up by Daniel Church, and a chance for Rudden to try and find some space. Aitchison well held up. And Middleton. Look of fear in the defender's eyes. Middleton looks to burst past, and it's a corner to Scotland.
Yeah, done out on the corner, just very direct again. Going outside these man looking to get a ball into the box.
The funny thing is, what he does is predictable, but you can't do anything to stop it.
No chance he's stopping. Especially when he's so powerful. Just runs at you, so direct, as I said.
Ross's corner in. Dee's nearly got on the end of it.
Yeah, again, the keeper came, he stopped, he didn't know really what he was doing. Unlucky from Scotland for the corner.
Certainly one to try and exploit as Middleton drives to the byline again. Needs to get it back on his favoured left. And he's gone for a Swiss throw. Can get the better of two men there. But yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper under some severe pressure there. You would think, especially like Zach Rudden in the team, who's really good in the air. Corner kicks, just stick him on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, definitely. See, try to get bodies across him, try to get his eye out contact to the ball. But it looks threatening. The first couple of corners and free kicks we've had in the areas.
Scotland look to engineer another crossing opportunity. Aitchison bundled to the ground.
Yeah, Aitchison doing really well to win another free kick in a dangerous area.
He's a worker.
Yeah, works hard.
He's a very capable finisher of the ball. 2 goals in that opening game against Montenegro. Celtic's youngest ever goal scorer. Also playing in that most advanced position, certainly holding up the ball on plenty of occasions to bring his other players into the game. Certainly an all-rounder. As Kerr McInroy stands over the ball in the corner. He's on top of the goalkeeper again. Finds Dees, free header. He'll get a second bite. He'll get a third bite. And well, it's been given as a Swiss throw.
Yeah, with that amount of space in the box, maybe you're looking for a centre forward to be in the end of it, but unlucky, he done really well to create the space for himself.
And Robbie Dees is Celtic centre back. It's Church. Aitchison is knocked down, just eludes Seb Ross. Chance for Welsh to return it. Church, lovely ball to Aitchison. Middleton will knock it on as well. And well, Del Campo. He just had a little look at Daniel Church there as he went up for the ball and clattered into his back. Referee's going to have a word.
Yeah, I don't think he had any chance of running the ball.
Chance for Scotland again to get their composure. Sorry, Aidan, on you go.
Sorry, Scotland's last 5 minutes have started doing really well to win free kicks, not let the Swiss get any kind of chance to get back into this game in the first half.
Dees' ball confuses Church and Rudden, but Scotland really trying to press the Swiss high now, not let them build, instead of having to play long balls to Del Campo. Here they come now through the middle, finding a bit of space, moving to the left. Membao drives through. The ball left to bus it. Del Campo's header. Put Welsh under pressure, but again, Ruben Del Campo put himself in a good position, but just not able to find the finish.
Yeah, very fast play from Switzerland down the left hand side. Switch of play, found a lot of space in the midfield. Full back overlaps, gets the ball in the box but couldn't finish. 3 minutes left in this half then. Scotland 1 up against Switzerland.
Glenn Middleton's penalty the difference. Scotland has been a mildly nervous performance in parts, but they've certainly been the stronger the last 5 minutes. But it's the Swiss who have the ball now. Dees just mops up again. Jan Kronig looks long. Welsh against Del Campo. He's in an offside position. He'll have a pop after the whistle's gone, but offside given. He's a nightmare, Ruben Del Campo, isn't he? I mean, he's just to come up against. He seems to just find pockets of space. Real physical player.
Yeah, you don't know if he's going to be playing off his shoulder or coming into areas. He can do both, and he looks very technical.
2 goals so far in this competition for him. There's Church. Said Ross judged to have fouled his opponent in the air, and Switzerland will just work it from the back again. Options on the left diagonal, which Middleton will intercept.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Ruddy and Glenn Middleton have just changed flanks in the last couple of minutes.
Do you think that's attacking or defensive, or a bit of both, the idea behind that?
Probably a bit of both. To try and keep the ball maybe when we're trying to get out.
Switzerland certainly push high up the park with their fullbacks, so certainly plenty of defensive responsibilities for Rudden and Middleton. Both are tucked in quite deep at the moment as the ball's played long again, and Welsh will gather. And Middleton, there you are, 30 yards from goal, his own goal. Hitchison uses his strength and wins the throw.
You're happy for the Switzerland players to pick it up and throw it away there for a minute to half time.
Certainly challenging conditions here in Paisley. The wind swirling around as Church will look to keep us in play as the clock just runs down towards half time. Houston now to drive in his 1 minute's added at the end of this first half. And Scotland just looking to see this one out. Switzerland have been the main creators but struggled to get real shots away. Scotland meanwhile challenging the Swiss goalkeeper Josef Pukash and getting their goal through a penalty, which Glenn Middleton tucked away. And it's the ball long, looking to use Aitchison's physical presence. What a lovely touch that was. He gets it on the other side.
Really good for Aitchison there, not giving up after the touch.
Oh, and Ross's ball to Middleton, he just couldn't get out from under his feet. Scotland get the throw. The referee's changed his mind after plenty of protests from a noisy Swiss contingent over on the stand. But there you go, half time here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. It's Scotland who lead through Glenn Middleton's penalty halfway through the half. As it stands, Scotland are qualifying for the European Championships in May.
Stuart, we're here to talk about Project Brave. Tell us about it and where the idea originated from.
Yeah, of course. Project Brave is in essence a refresh of the Scottish FA's performance strategy. So back in 2011, when the performance strategy was initiated, there were a series of focus areas, and all of those initiatives were put in place and led by the performance department. 5 years on, we're actually refreshing that strategy, and we're reviewing what's worked, where things need to change. We've had a working group running since about March last year, and the working group has actually made a series of recommendations so that Scotland can actually perform much better on the international stage.
Who's been involved in the working group with regards to putting this together?
Yeah, well, clearly the players are the club's players. They're not the Scottish FA's players. We can't dictate or demand that players work or behave in a certain way. The players are the club's players. So we've embraced a number of our leading clubs, and we've had chairmen, directors of football and heads of youth involved from some of Scotland's leading clubs, as well as representation from the smaller clubs in the academy system as well.
At the tail end of last year, you appointed Malcolm Mackay as your performance director. What's his involvement in this project? Have you spoken to him much about it? What's his thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Malky was interviewed for the role of performance director along with a number of other candidates, and part of the recruitment process consisted of a critique of Project Brave. All the candidates had to review it and provide feedback to the interview panel as to what they liked about it and where they would look to perhaps make amendments. So Malky is fully au fait with Project Brave. He's very much behind it and supportive of the direction that the Scottish FA wish to go. And Malky's role will be to lead the implementation of Project Brave.
There's been a lot of reports about Project Brave already. Can you clarify the misconception that only 8 teams will be involved?
Well, the 8 is a misnomer, so there is no initial set of 8 and a second set of 8. There will simply be the successful clubs that qualify through the bid document and become Scotland's elite academies. Now, currently we have 29 centrally funded academies in Scotland, and that's for a population of 5.5 million people. And around 2,500 elite players in the system. When you look at, for example, Germany, and we have done in some detail in terms of what they call Das Reboot, when they actually got together with the DFB got together with the Bundesliga to restructure their performance strategy, they ended up with 54 academies for a country of 88 million people. So they've focused on the very best. And we know we need to focus on the very best players and the very best academies with the limited resources that we have. So the recommendation from the working group was to have no more than 16 academies in Scotland that would be defined as elite. And when the group decided how would those academies be structured when it comes to playing games programmes, so under 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s playing against each other, they decided that it would be much more efficient and effective to have 2 tiers of 8 teams. Every club that wishes can put a bid in, and every club will be independently audited and verified against that bid document and against a defined set of criteria. And if they are successful, clearly they will be included in Scotland's list of elite academies.
I understand that you've started speaking to a third party about helping you with with auditing and the verification of Club Academy Scotland. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, well, we want to make sure that we get the very best support to help us manage the migration or the transition to our new academy system. So we have looked across Europe at the very best organisations that help national associations manage their academy system. And we've identified an organisation from Europe who work with a number of key countries, including the FA in England, including Belgium, and 1 or 2 others in Scandinavia. And they will be looking to come on board sometime in 2017 to start the auditing process to establish whether club academies meet the criteria that we're going to set out in the bid document. And they will be engaged to manage that process into next year, and we'll be continually reviewing academies to make sure they are at the standard that we need them to be at to be continually part of the Club Academy programme. One important point to mention is the funding that the Scottish FA will be putting into this project. At the moment we spend over £2 million on our academies, and it would be our intention, with the board's approval, that the entire funding programme would be put towards a small number of academies. So we would look to have more funding per academy and more money focused on fewer players. There are currently around 2,500 players in the system. We're looking for that to come down to probably around half of that number, and that means that there'll be greater resource per player focused through the academy system by the Scottish FA. Those clubs that perhaps don't make the grade and don't achieve the success criteria, we're not looking to remove money from those academies. They won't be audited, they won't be verified, they won't have to achieve or deliver the standards that perhaps the other academies will have to do, but they will be allowed to carry on running their academies, and we'll be asking them to do additional programmes linked to some of the other objectives that the Scottish FA have to achieve. So there'll still be a funding programme for those academies, and it's not as if we'll be withdrawing that funding.
And have you got a specific date in mind about when you want to roll all this out?
It's due to start from season 2017-2018. Clearly there are lots of different recommendations. Some of them will be able to be implemented sooner than others, but the key focus area, which is review of the academy structure and the centrally funded academies, that will go live from the beginning of season 2017-18.
Stuart, we're here to talk about Project Break.
So half-time here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. Scotland 1-0 up against Switzerland, and as it stands, the group winners in this elite round, Group 4, and they will qualify. But Switzerland, who started the brighter here, mix up between Dees and Donaldson give Del Campo the chance to put the Swiss ahead, but well recovered by the Celtic defender. And Switzerland certainly had plenty of the early ball without really creating too many chances. This is perhaps their clearest cut chance of the first half. As we said, it's Scotland who have the lead, and it was Daniel Church, a real surge down the left-hand side. His cross just bounced up in front of Yannick Marchand. He didn't seem to think he'd done anything wrong, but the referee, Christoph Jakoblik, pointed to the spot. You see here, just bounced up with the arm outstretched, arm judged to be in an unnatural position, and if it did come off it, the referee was in the prime position to give the penalty to Scotland. And Glenn Middleton already with 3 goals in this elite round. Coolness personified straight down the middle with Yusuf Pukash diving to his right. The Norwich City man, his 4th goal of this competition so far, to put Scotland on course for a place in Croatia in May. So as it stands, Scotland will be the clear group winners with 9 points. And in the other game along at Capello just now, it's Montenegro 0, Serbia 0. Serbia missing a penalty along the road in Greenock. So Scotland, as it stands, would be 3 wins from 3, 6 from 6 in their entire qualifying campaign. And qualification today will make it the 4th successive finals for Scot Gemmill's side at under 17 level. I'm joined by Aidan Nesbitt, currently on loan from Greenock Morton from Celtic. I'm just waiting for the teams to come back out for the second half. Well, Aidan, you played at the finals was it in Malta in 2013, 14?
2014 the finals would have been.
And well, it was a fine group stage, and then it got to the semi-final stage up against Holland. Was that just a complete, compared to the teams you'd already faced in that competition, was that just kind of night and day?
To be honest with you, the first 30 minutes it was nothing in it. They got a penalty, and after the penalty they scored the penalty, then they scored straight away again right before half time, and that kind of put a dampener on us. We had to come out in the second half if we really wanted it, and obviously we had nothing to lose, and then we lost another 3 goals, and it was really...
Yeah, it was unfortunate because the team had done so well up until that stage, and 5-0 I was flattered the Dutch, but certainly an exceptionally technical and powerful team you came up against for under 17s level.
Yeah, Switzerland was one of the teams we beat in the group stages there to get to the semi.
Well, Scotland 1-0 up on Switzerland this year. As you see, this is a table going into today's game. So Scotland has 6 points. That will currently stand at 9 on the live table. Serbia drawing with Montenegro. So as things stand, it will be Scotland and Serbia who will get to the finals. It's actually, of the 8 groups, 7 best runners-up go through. So maybe a little bit of Dubai to you. As Serbia look to book their place. All we really care about here is Scotland, I guess. And if things stay as they stay, it will be 9 points. It will be a flight for Scot Gemmill and his squad to Croatia in May. Let's talk about options on the bench, if you like. We saw Elliot Watt come into the team for Seb Ross the other day. There's options in there, actually. I mean, Lewis Mayo also came on. Innes Cameron as well, the commandant forward, deployed as a target man when he got a run out earlier in this competition. To great effect, actually. There are plenty of options on the bench. Aaron Reid as well, the Hearts youngster, has come on as a substitute in the last 2 matches. Just waiting for the 2 teams to come back out here. Right, I'm making you the boss again, Aidan. Half-time team talk. Well, you've been in there with Scot Gemmill. 1-0 up. You know what's at stake. What's he saying?
At this stage, it's really concentrate. Don't give them any opportunities to get a goal back. And same again, the first 10 minutes. Try play the game in their half. Don't give them too much chances to break on us. And basically, first 10 minutes, try to score a goal again.
What's he like in there at half-time? Will the tactics board be out and pointing out 1 or 2 things, or is it more about psychology and strategy?
Definitely tactics board will be out, showing a couple of things, but Scot Gemmill's always very calm. It'll be a calm dressing room, I feel. Especially when they got the since they've got the goal, there won't be as much nerves, but it'll just really be to concentrate, to stay calm, not get too ahead of themselves as well.
Those guys are tucking into the half-time trees.
It looks warm in that room as well.
Yeah, so as it stands in, Scotland 1-0 up on Switzerland here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. As things stand, they are going to the European Under-17 Championship, where they'll likely be joined by Serbia. They're currently drawing 0-0 with Montenegro along at Capello, both teams kicking off at the same time. There are the results so far in this competition. They defeated the Swiss 2-1 before losing here to Scotland on Sunday. Serbia missed a penalty in that game along at Capello as well. But Switzerland versus Scotland, the Swiss have got danger men. They're certainly working the ball well in the forward areas. The striker Ruben Del Campo, in the bottom of your frame there, very technically astute player, but Jack Aitchison standing alongside him. A real physical presence for Scotland, always good for a goal as well. It's talent on both sides. Scotland now 40 minutes away from booking their place in Croatia. A win or a draw will do it. Scotland currently in the ascendancy, 1-0. Glenn Middleton's penalty midway through the first half. So we look to get back underway here in Paisley. And the Swiss will kick us off the second half. Immediately looking to the flanks. Just what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it's the Tuchum, Mimbu's looking to spray the ball about like quite a lot, and I'm sure we'll see that again in the second half.
Yeah, and same from the centre backs. They're certainly looking for long diagonal balls out to the wide areas. Also a hallmark of Scotland's game. In fairness, looking for Middleton and Rudden in particular. Or Aitchison just trying to run in past the last man. The wind's still swirling around here in Paisley. Making things a little bit difficult as the free kick goes against Scotland. It's 30 yards from goal. Switzerland haven't had a direct opportunity in this sort of position. Interesting to see if Del Campo's over it. The star man. Wonder if he'll try and use the wind to his advantage and look for the strike direct for goal, or look for the players just occupying positions at the back post.
Yeah, a long way out, but it looks as if he's going to have a pop here.
Well, the wind could be a factor here. Del Campo stands over it and goes for the strike. The wall does its job. Suter fires it back in. Donaldson easily sees that wide.
Yeah, they've well done its job there. Stayed strong, then charged the second shot. Didn't allow him any time to get it down.
40 minutes left here. Scotland look to book their place. Certainly that Middleton and Tucker Mambao just have an exchange of different views. Easily dealt with. There's certainly not been a lot of space down the flanks for Middleton and Rudden in particular that we've seen in the other half. It's Switzerland have done their homework, it seems. Scotland looking to press.
Yeah, maybe when Switzerland are going to have to press a game now, the game might start opening up for Glenn Middleton and Zach Rudden in the second half.
Tucker Mambao and should it is if the tidy touches to keep it for Switzerland. Jankowski driving into the space. Del Campo's ball in. Well dealt with by Houston.
Really good first time ball in there, but as you said, really well dealt with, cleared by Jordan Houston.
Switzerland seen plenty of the ball at the start of the second half. Scotland just soaking it up. You can see Middleton is over there performing defensive duties. Zach Rudden as well is standing on the edge of the box. There's two of Scotland's three forwards. Keeping defensive shape. Aitchison's the out ball. And Tunes now loses out, and Middleton will find Aitchison, and a chance for Scotland to try and work their way out. Well, they've played their way out of danger. Scotland through on the halfway line. It was Glenn Middleton's goal that was the difference from the spot this time. His fourth goal of this elite round is Aitchison now. Shows the touch, shows the strength. He's got Rudden in the middle. McInroy just making his way. Well, count them, it took 6 Swiss players to finally rob him of the ball.
Yeah, you see we're up the park with a throw in now, done really well to getting the wrong side, as you would call it, for the defender, and to drive forward like that.
Scotland just looking to win it back, and they've been given the throw. Aitchison just fails to get it under control, but he's not giving up. And the reward is a throw. What we see from Jack Aitchison, I mean, he's all over that kind of forward line. He doesn't hold a central position. He's on the left, he's on the right, wherever he can collect the ball to try and bring theirs into play. Rudden gets the touch, but Middleton can't get it under control. Breaks to Ross. Middleton tried the flick. Switzerland clear their lines, but it's a Scotland ball.
Yeah, it's good from Scotland. Not allowing Switzerland to get out easy.
Definite change of tack from Scotland at the start of the second half. Really keen to press as high up the pitch as possible. Just pin Switzerland back. And they end up having 10 men behind the ball. Church definitely will flick through. As we back to it now, Rudden. Exchange with Mitchell, he's robbed the defender. Middleton plays it into Aitchison. It's the overlap from Mitchell or McInroy. Houston's ball in. And Sufi is able to knock it away. Straight back for Scotland though.
Good anticipation for Daniel Church for that switch of play.
Scotland press right high up the pitch. Seb Ross moving into a more advanced position to try and press the Swiss centre backs. Middleton harassing. Tunes holds on to it. Deez's ball straight to Aitchison, hand on the back. Referee's happy to let it go. Well, it's end to end. As Switzerland look to make an early change. Miralem Amzi will be the man coming off. And it's Manchester United's Nishan Burkhardt who will make an early appearance in the second half. Nearly didn't make it there, his teammate nearly cleaned him clean straight out. So the Manchester United kid is on. Looking to recover the situation for Switzerland. Scotland 1 up. Dawson's long kick. Eluding most, but Rudden gets it down for Middleton. Quick ball. Del Campo beats Dees to it. Here we go again. Mitchell's drive forward just broken up. Suter's ball into Antunes. Zach Rudden making sure. Scotland just got to keep their shape here. Oh, lovely bust forward from left back. Switzerland have a throw.
Yeah, Jordan Houston done really well to get actually back and stop that ball coming across there. You can see Scotland are trying to get the ball as forward as fast as possible when they get it.
And they've got the pace in the front three positions from Middleton, Aitchison and Rudden as the corner comes in. Donaldson under pressure, it goes all the way through. Well, what a tackle from Stephen Welsh. Jan Kronig could see his name in lights there, and Stephen Welsh had other ideas.
Yeah, good defending in the box from Stephen Welsh, commanding his area.
But pressure on Josh Donaldson in the first half, easily coming to gather high balls. The Swiss have certainly identified they need to put a bit of pressure on, and they certainly stopped him getting to the ball there. Suter looks to play the 1-2. Seb Ross just clearing the danger. Switzerland 0, Scotland 1. 10 minutes gone in this second half. As things stand, Scotland have done the maximum possible. 9 points from 9 if they can hold on to this. Another game in this group, Montenegro and Serbia, can also have a bearing on which teams progress on this final match day. Still 0-0 at Capello. The driving run. Suter can't get it under control, but Antunes does. Moving the ball into space, they flick through, and Dees not taking any chances. They're finding space, Switzerland, aren't they? Certainly, but Scotland recovering well. So the ball comes in, and
that's a slow head knock, yeah.
That's Antunes, Alexis Antunes on the Swiss side, and Stephen Welsh perhaps. Stephen Welsh, a Scotland player, a clash of heads. Seeing a very quick ball into the box, caught a lot of players unsuspecting, but Welsh was in a position to clear. Yeah, just that kind of second man running behind there as well, wasn't it? Kind of caught Scotland napping a bit, but Welsh was in the position. He's come off the worst.
As you said, last couple of minutes, Switzerland have started finding a bit of space in attack. Just hope they can't make anything from it.
Welsh is on his feet. Everyone's happy, it seems, for him to continue. Scot Gemmill, coaching staff, passing some instructions on in this downtime. Switzerland's assistant coach as well, passing on instructions. They need a goal. As it stands, 3 points won't be enough for them to progress to the championships. Oh, their man Alexis Antunes going off behind the goal. There's Stephen Welsh also receiving the head knock. Now both players have been injured here. I don't know why both had to go off the pitch, but that's what's happened. As the referee goes into the pocket, yellow card for Kerr McInroy. As Welsh is waved back on, and Steve Toka-Mbau's not happy. You could hear the cry of pain from him. Certainly seemed to be a 50-50 ball as he rubs his left ankle. Well, it's been stop-start. Two injuries. Head knock for Stephen Welsh and Alexis Antunes, and now Steve Toka-Mbau's down.
Very stop-start, but that's probably not such a bad thing for Scotland.
Running the clock down already. Antunes there. Seems to have recovered from his knock. And here's the head knock again, and all the focus on Del Campo, but it was just that little sly run from Alexis Antunes that saw both players come off the worst. Welsh was holding his position well. He's still holding his head. So Switzerland free kick just inside the Scotland half. They've had the ball, they're trying to carve out chances. To not great avail so far. Well read by Houston. Aitchison immediately on the chase, as is Rudden. Rudden now with the chance, he's got Ross inside him, can't find him. Suter's ball to Del Campo. Took through. Fine tackle by Johnny Mitchell. Just to break up the play. Jack Aitchison using his strength. He's won the free. No, he's been judged to be in an offside position as he made the run back into his own half. Switzerland build again. It's Middleton who's in defending again. Zach Rudden's the first one up to support Jack Aitchison every time there, Aidan. He's just got the pace to seemingly cover a distance of about 40-50 yards to support the striker after doing his defensive duties.
Yeah, you've seen that on Sunday. He was everywhere all game.
And he's got an eye for goal as well. Scored in the 6-1 win over Montenegro. A header. Late surging run from deep, beating the goalkeeper.
Aitchison does brilliant there. He makes it so hard for the defender to get it cleared. Ends up winning the tackle again for Scotland.
All you can do there is foul him. Really? Just holds the ball up so well. A little bit of pressure relief for Scotland. Just meander towards the Switzerland box. 1-0 Scotland here at the Paisley 2021 Stadium. Quick ball from McInroy. Finds Middleton. We've seen what he can do, busting in from the left flank. His clinching goal against Montenegro started out on that far side. He just took it down the touchline and then just carried the ball along the byline, tying defenders up in knots before finding the bottom right corner. He's got the skill, he's got the presence, he's got the goal so far today. 5 keepy uppies from Jack Aitchison. If you're on the opposing side there, Aidan, you're going to take that.
I mean, they might not be very happy, but he's got the ability to do that under pressure.
Yeah, a real coming together there of Del Campo, Dees and Mitchell. Well, I'm not too sure. Del Campo just seemed to come off his feet.
I'm not sure at all what Del Campo was doing there.
Strange coming together of the 3 players as Scotland look to defend this free kick. Yannick Marchand will look to deliver. The referee's just pulled in Zach Rudden. Jan Kronig rather. Pressure situation for Scotland. They've dealt well with the balls into the box so far. Marchand. Aitchison gets the touch. Suter gets the shot. Well gathered by Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, it was a poor free kick initially. You've got all your centre backs up. You really want a good ball in the box, and it was very short. And Josh Donaldson done well to hold the shot in the head.
Scotland look to make a change. Switzerland, as we watch that bounce all the way. Elliot Watt, Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder, preparing to come on, perhaps for Seb Ross. Welsh gets the better of Del Campo. Rudden. Aitchison will take his time. Just struggling to have the physical presence to break between 2 defenders, but he's done fantastically well to draw the free kick. And here comes the Scotland change and a Switzerland change.
Substitution for Scotland. Name the field number.
It's Kerr McInroy who'll make way. Goal scorer in the opening match against Montenegro. Long range effort, low hard drive on his left boot. Also scored against Portugal in the first qualifying round. So it's Elliot Watt
Substitution for Switzerland.
for his second appearance of this elite round.
Replaced by number 17, Noah Okafor.
And Noah Okafor comes on as well for the captain, Yannick Marchand. And we slot into midfield. Scotland free kick. Elliot Watt will get his first touch. Goes all the way through. Oh! And a touch from the goalkeeper. Elliot Watt's shot just seemed to deceive everybody.
Yeah, it bounced right in front of the goalkeeper, but a lot of bodies run across him. The keeper was probably expecting somebody to get a touch, and no one does touch it.
He has to use the right hand as well just to make sure that is cleared. That was a chance. That would have been quite an introduction for Elliot Watt. First touch. Here's his second. Cross in. Welsh just can't get the head on the ball. Ross just cuts off Del Campo. The Aberdeen youngster has already seen minutes for the first team this season in the Scottish Cup win over Stranraer. Switzerland look to build midway through the second half. Jan Kronig taking over the captain duties, the centre back. Well won by Watt. Decent impact from him for the 90 seconds he's been on the pitch. This is Sophie. He's got options on both flanks, but just take their time. Mimbo dropping in from midfield. On the goal. Del Campo brings it down. Instructions coming just to press The Swiss ball, as Mitchell cuts that one out and goes behind, right behind the stand. The corner kick to Switzerland. Well, I'm starting to feel the nerves. Aidan, how the boys going to be feeling?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few creeping in now, but they need to be positive. In the last 10-15 minutes, Switzerland haven't really created anything apart from a couple of corners. So the boys are doing well and keeping their concentration well up to this point. They need to keep it going for the full 80 minutes as it is.
Switzerland have seen plenty of the ball, but in terms of chance creation, it's not been much to trouble Josh Donaldson. The D's and Welsh team up to get it clear. Just the way Scotland are sitting in there, Aidan, when the ball's going out, it either goes to Aitchison or it goes to a Swiss player.
Good covering from Zach Ruddy.
Switzerland playing with the enthusiasm, they're chasing the equalising goal. If they got it and it stayed that way, it wouldn't be to the detriment of Scotland's qualification hopes. They would still go through. As things stand, it'd be 6 wins from 6 for Scot Gemmill's under-17s. Switzerland know they need to do something to boost their own qualification hopes. As Elliot Watt chips his own goalkeeper and chips the net to give Switzerland the corner. A good bit of pushing and shoving going on in the box. The referee's in there to sort out between Welsh and loads of pressure on Josh Donaldson, and well, referee's on the spot to award Scotland a free kick. Well, he did warn them.
Yeah, he did warn them. They're just relieved watching it from here that it was a free kick to Scotland and not against.
Especially if someone's watching in an office right now with headphones on, not with the game on. I've just said on the spot. No alarm, no penalty to Switzerland. Scotland still lead. As Aitchison tries to use Middleton's pace, but just misplaces the pass. "15 minutes to go." Scot Gemmill looking to take this team to their 4th successive under-17s finals. Serbia 1 goal ahead in their game at Capello against Montenegro. So as things stand, Scotland go through on 9 points and Serbia will also be safely through. Stuperovic with the goal along the road at Capello. Talking to Capello, Aidan. Oh, we just let the play just unfold. Green and Morton really surprising a lot of folk this season. You surprised?
Personally, no. It's a very young and talented dressing room we've got, and everybody's really confident. And when you're that confident, you're working for each other, and we're getting results. And we're doing, as you said, we're doing really well this year.
Yeah, Morton virtually guaranteed a playoff spot against some of the bigger budgets in the Scottish Championship. I know Aidan won't necessarily say it, but there's a wee outside chance of knocking Hibs off the top as the season comes to a close. Should we take the playoffs as it is? Well, it's all Switzerland just now. Scotland just looking to get a wee bit of relief of pressure. Switzerland press right up the pitch, but Scotland able to clear. Falls a lot of responsibility now falling to Jack Aitchison, Aidan, just to, if he can get the ball, just relieve a bit of pressure on the rest of the team.
Yeah, it looks like Jack's in 40, 50 yards in front of any other Scottish player, so if the ball does go up to him, he's going to really need to work hard to hold it up.
He's got it in his locker. Just don't get the ball out to him, because at the moment Switzerland seem plenty of the possession, but Scotland able to soak up most of the balls that are coming their way. Scotland ahead through Glenn Middleton's penalty here in Paisley. Their 8th goal of this elite round, his 4th. For this last 12 minutes, I fear it's just going to be Switzerland constantly peppering the Scotland back line with balls forward.
Yeah, I think you could expect that now. Especially you see a lot of technical ability in the Switzerland team. Scotland just need to try and hold out, stay concentrated, keep working hard.
And Dees, who keeps his concentration there to head away the cross from Nishan Burkhardt.
Last few minutes Dees has done really well to be aggressive and judge the flight of a lot of long balls and cross balls well.
Scotland front three combining well there. Middleton bringing it out. Rudden's little deft ball forward to Aitchison. Middleton again. Lovely ball inside from Rudden, but Aitchison just expects Watt to drive on. Certainly a little moment of pressure relief for Scotland.
It's actually good play from the front three there. A lot of good passes in tight areas. I think Jack was just expecting Elliot Watt to burst onto that, but possibly Elliot Watt was thinking he doesn't want to take himself too far forward at this point from a central position.
Robin Bousset's cross in. Donaldson was assured.
Yeah, I think he was more assured than us for the angle we're at.
Just over 10 minutes to play here in Paisley. It's all in Scotland's hands. This is good enough to make it to the finals. And well, just when you thought I might safely see that behind, Dees and Donaldson. Dees and Lex instead to put it over the stand, so Switzerland have the ball back in the corner. Middleton using his strength and touch. Mitchell. It's on to Aitchison. Zach Rudden's got a lot of space to cover on the right hand side here as he looks to try and stop Switzerland building down their left.
Yeah, he just used his head there and filled into position instead of pressing the ball.
Del Campo backing in. He's found the space. Stephen Welsh comes across. And it's a Switzerland corner, and they're keen to get on with things. Nicholas Suter will play the ball in. Again, pressure on Josh Donaldson from Ruben Del Campo. Trying to block his path. That's gone behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, a lot of corners for Switzerland, but Scotland have really dealt with them well. Everyone knows their job.
Well, Scotland have been troubled much throughout this elite round defensively, but they've coped with most of it. Just that one goal conceded against Montenegro after a little defensive slip, but the clean sheet against Serbia. And with 8 minutes to play,
A little bit of frustration just creeping in with the Switzerland players now.
And Steve Toka-Membao picking up the yellow card. Because as things stand for Switzerland, this will be the end of their competition. Scotland with the ball then. Played for by Watt. Church just can't profit. Scotland 1, Switzerland 0. Montenegro 0, Serbia 1 in the other game. Doesn't matter though, as things stand, Scotland go through. And Switzerland look to make a change. And it's the left back, Robin Bousset, that comes off. Marco Corradi. Oh, he's sort of in the centre back, going 3 at the back.
Yeah, it looks like Switzerland are going to put 2 up front now, play 3 at the back. Hope they can create more chances out of that.
Scotland with the ball then, a little bit of space for Glenn Middleton now. And his ball, just disappointing. You fancy him there to just try and run it down and attack the fullback rather than play the early ball.
Yeah, you really do. Because they've went 3 at the back, he had a lot of space. I'm surprised he tried to take that first time.
Scotland might profit from Switzerland going 3 at the back as they try and hit them on the counter. Del Campo in the heart of things, as ever. Scotland just clearing the lines as far as is possible. Well, won by Seb Ross. Time for Aitchison. He's got the square pass on for Middleton. He's playing in behind him though. Burkhardt. Tripped. Middleton in the book. He just got the better of him there.
Yeah, he just gets across the front of him, clips the heel. You can see what Jack Aitchison's trying to do there. And possibly a wee bit of tiredness creeping in. They've played 3 games in the space of 5 days, so
plenty running for Jack Aitchison in that time, working the full line in that attacking position. Just trying to relieve pressure for Scotland. They're under it now. Ball in from Suter. It's Watt's head. It's Watt again to clear. Now Aitchison's not going to give up this chase. The flag goes up. And Del Campo's not happy with Church.
yeah, that came from Jack Aitchison sprinting 40 yards to press their last man. Didn't give him any time to pick out any options. That ended up being a lump up the park.
It's so vital in these closing stages where Switzerland look to try and build from the back. Scotland's forwards need to stay mobile, even if it's not creating shooting chances, just trying to force their opponents into an error. Zach Rudden's got plenty running him in as well. Jordan Houston. Just posted missing from right back at the moment. Elliot Watt will move across into the centre as Dees goes across. Wow, that looked like a fantastic tackle from Robbie Dees. He can't believe he's going into the book. See here.
Yeah, he slides, he wins the ball. It's a really good tackle. Don't see where the referee's coming from, giving a free kick there.
Oh, fantastic little hook round with the leg from Robbie Dees, but he gets the yellow card. We have another Switzerland free kick from the wide area. 3.5 minutes left of normal time. Suter's ball in. Donaldson, yeah, free kick to Scotland. There's just a run across Donaldson there that almost deceived him.
Yeah, Del Campo ran right across the front of him just as the ball was coming, but he done really well to keep his eye on the ball and get it cleared, and he won the free kick.
Yeah, fair clattering as well. Donaldson. Perfectly fine. Where Switzerland continue to get these chances and play them into the box. keep trying to put pressure on the goalkeeper. I mean, Donaldson does tend to stay at home, but any time the ball comes into his area, he's normally the first and confident to gather. Switzerland to come again. Del Campo. He's found a little bit of room. Del Campo now driving to the byline. Square ball. Misses everyone.
Misses everyone.
And now Middleton tries to use that pace. The onus of Scotland again to just win it back in the middle of the park. As Church will come and collect. And dink the ball. Middleton's got the speed. Put the defender under pressure. Confident play from Jankowski. Switzerland build again. Confident from Daniel Church.
Yeah, good tackle from Daniel Church when he was trying to play down the right hand side.
Well, Noah Okafor over on the left hand side, and Nishan Burkhardt, the two substitutes, really working the full backs. Trying not to look at the clock too much here, Aidan, but I think it's a minute and a half to go, so
yeah, another couple of minutes of concentration and Scotland will be through to the finals.
I hate to tempt fate, but Switzerland in their last game against Montenegro were 1-0 down at this stage, and they won 3-1. 3 goals in stoppage time. They've got the perseverance. Scotland just need the concentration. As Welsh heads clear, and that's a clear foul on the Scotland centre back.
Yeah, good for Welsh. Could see him standing straight back up after that.
And a booking for Elis Isufi. Ball's floated in. A wee bit of a harsh yellow card.
Possibly his eye was on the ball. Stephen Welsh is diving for the header, but aggressive defending, and it can be a yellow. You see it happen quite often.
Welsh, such a commanding centre back, been a real rock at the heart of that Scotland defence in the elite round. Scotland have got plenty of men forward to put pressure on. Just need Aitchison to bring it down, which he does beautifully. Finds Rudden. Chance now for Middleton to drive forward. There's 4 minutes added on here at the end. Middleton gets to the byline, square ball to Aitchison. It's just bouncing around. Oh! Just pinched off the toes of Rudden. As Rudden's adjudged to have fouled the goalkeeper, and he goes into the book. Huge chance for Scotland.
Yeah, massive. Glenn Middleton done really well. It was a good ball into the box. It was a bit of a, what would you call it, a mix up between the between who was going to get it in the end, but Switzerland done really well to keep it out their goal.
Well, as we hit the first minute of stoppage time, Glenn Middleton is just going to get some assistance off the park here from Elis Isufi. Well, they all want to try and carry him off. Anyway, substitution for Scotland then. Lewis Hutchison will come on to run down the clock. Switzerland just try to G themselves up here. 3 minutes to play. Minimum with 3 minutes left. Scotland 1, Switzerland 0. As Rudden goes down. Scotland will just take their time, and that's the closest defenders normally get to Glenn Middleton. Welsh looks for Hutchison. Scotland just having to do as they have done for the last 20 minutes, just absorb the pressure. Tense moments on the bench. Scotland look to make it 9 points from 9. Tackle from Hutchison, and Krzysztof Jakubik is given the free kick. Switzerland piling forward. Goalkeeper stays at home.
Yeah, dangerous area of the free kick. Scotland need to defend this as well as they have the corners and free kicks previous.
Scotland go man for man, looking to just clear the lines. It goes short. Membo can't get it out from under his feet. He gets the strike. Some ironic cheers from the Scotland contingent.
Yeah, you could see as soon as the ball was played there was a rush of Scottish players trying to get out to it. Done well to put them under enough pressure not to get a shot on target.
Well, Scotland just going to try and run down the clock with another substitution, but the ball is in play for now. Rudden wins it first time. Seb Ross gets it under control. Hutchison driving forward, the substitute. He's going to find Aitchison. He's got his time to pick his spot. Oh, what a fortunate save from Yusuf Pukash. It looked like it had just rolled under him into the net, and Jack Aitchison, a huge chance to make it 2-0. Great run from Hutchison as well.
Brilliant play for Lewis Hutchison driving to defence. Very unlucky for Aitchison. The keeper closed him very quickly.
Just spread his body well. We were certain that was going to be 2 for Scotland. It's Zach Rudden who'll make the long run across. Referee pointing at his watch.
Yeah, I don't think Zach Rudden can do much else here. He's jogging off.
He's moving at a fair pace.
I know, certainly quicker than I'd be moving off at this stage anyway.
So Lewis Smith to make his first appearance of the elite round. As we hit the 84th minute, the time yet to come for the substitutions. Scotland have a corner. Watt and Aitchison standing over. Aitchison.
Don't understand how that's a free kick against Jack there.
Yeah, reward for being bundled off the ball is for a free kick to go against you, which a goalkeeper will take. We're over time now. Time added on for substitutions, but all eyes on the referee. Scotland look to send this one back. Clear foul. Lewis Smith failed him well. A card as well for Marco Corradi, and at this stage, Aidan, when we see the clock just about to hit the 85th minute, we're perfectly glad for Scotland to have the ball.
Yeah, really good one, the free kick in this area. It relieves a lot of pressure, tension in the heads of the players, but Elliot Watt using his brain, taking it into corner.
There's a whistle. Scotland have qualified for their 4th consecutive UEFA Under-17 European Championship. A 1-0 win over Switzerland here in Paisley makes it a 100% record from qualifying in the qualifying round and elite round. Aidan Nesbitt, a fantastic achievement for these boys.
Yeah, it's superb. 6 wins out of 6 games in qualifying, you can't ask for much else. Really good again today. He scored a goal and definitely not concede, I would say. The 2 Scotland centre halves were brilliant today, soaking up a lot of pressure. So superb for the boys getting to another finals.
I mean, they really had to persevere today. This was fair to say Switzerland the better of the 2 sides, but it's Scotland who got the goal and it's Scotland to go through.
Yeah, Scotland knew exactly what they needed to do. As you said, Switzerland possibly on the day played the better football, but Scotland done the all-important getting the goal, which Switzerland couldn't do.
So it's a place in the finals in Croatia in May for Scot Gemmill's men, and some real star performers heading to that tournament in dark blue. Stephen Welsh, such a commanding presence at the back for Scotland today. Johnny Mitchell as well there, just breaks up the play beautifully in the middle of the park. But you know, a word for that front 3 as well of Middleton, Aitchison and Rudden. A different game from them today, very much about their work off the ball, if you like.
Yeah, you see 2 sides of the game, from the game on Sunday to the game tonight for wingers and attacking players. Had to work hard off the ball today, but they done it, and you've seen the rewards they got.
Ah, they've got the flag pre-printed. I don't know if that's a leftover from last time, but there you go. We went into this confidence. So this was the moment that booked Scotland their place in the finals. Daniel Church's ball in, Yannick Marchand, ball bouncing off his chest and onto his arm. And the referee immediately pointing to the spot. I keep seeing this, Hayden, but well, it looks like it comes off his arm. The referee's got a better position than any of us, and decisive from. And then Middleton, this is the mark of the player. Straight down the middle.
Yep, a lot of power in it, straight down the middle. The keeper's always going to dive.
You say that with such confidence. And well, the chance for Scotland to put it to bed in stoppage time. Jackie Aitchison, I won't believe that stayed out. He did everything right, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He takes a nice touch. Lewis Hutchinson also does really well. You see Jack opens up, the keeper comes and spreads himself really well.
And a real chance that sums up Scotland's performance in this competition. Decisive counter-attacking play. Definitely going to be ones to watch in Croatia. May is the squad photo. It's straight on Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be.
So there you have it. Switzerland 0, Scotland 1. Scotland qualify for their 4th consecutive UEFA European Under-17 Championships. And a fine performance from Scotland. Scot Gemmill's men on their way to Croatia. The celebrations continue here in Paisley. Star performers across the piece. Aidan Nesbitt, your man of the match today?
It's been a very different game today. I would say the two centre halves have played really well, but if I had to choose one, I would probably go for Robbie Diaz. He made one maybe lack of communication with him, the goalkeeper, in the first half, but he done really well to recover and clear the ball off the line, and I felt he defended really aggressively and judged everything really well in the second half today, so I would give it to Robbie Diaz.
Well, dejection for Switzerland. Their defeat today means they won't be going to Croatia. The Scotland are through, 9 points from 9 in the elite round. Scot Gemmill's men make light work, and they're off to the European Under-17s Championships.